When I started my summer internship at a charming vineyard in the countryside, I thought it would be just a short-term break from city life and a way to boost my resume. I never imagined that I'd form a close bond with Olivia, the 61-year-old owner of the vineyard. At 24, freshly graduated and eager to begin my career, I figured I'd mainly focus on work and meeting new people in the industry. But the connection I developed with Olivia turned out to be much more meaningful than I had expected. It all began on my first day at the vineyard. Olivia welcomed me with a friendly smile as she showed me around the property. Her warmth and enthusiasm for winemaking were immediately apparent. As we worked together, her stories about her life and her passion for the vineyard made me feel like I was part of something special. What started as a simple internship quickly became a significant and surprising part of my life. One sunny afternoon, as I was helping Olivia with the grape harvest, we took a break under the shade of an old oak tree. The vineyard was in full bloom, and the air was filled with the sweet aroma of ripening fruit. "Do you enjoy working here?" Olivia asked, handing me a chilled bottle of water. "I do," I said, taking a sip. "It's a nice change from the city, and it's fascinating to learn about winemaking." Olivia smiled, her eyes twinkling with a mix of amusement and nostalgia. "There's something magical about this place. It's been my home for so many years, and every season brings something new." We continued talking, and I found myself drawn to her stories about the vineyard's history, her travels, and her experiences. Olivia had a way of making her past seem vibrant and alive, and I was captivated by her tales. As the days went by, our conversations grew deeper, and I began to look forward to our time together. One evening, after a long day of work, Olivia invited me to join her for dinner at her cozy cottage on the vineyard. The setting was picturesque, with the soft glow of candlelight and the scent of a homemade meal wafting through the air. "This is lovely," I said, admiring the warm, inviting atmosphere. "I'm glad you think so," Olivia said with a smile. "It's nice to have someone to share this with." As we enjoyed a delicious meal, our conversation flowed effortlessly. Olivia's insights and wisdom were both refreshing and thought-provoking. I found myself opening up to her in ways I hadn't expected, sharing my dreams and uncertainties about the future. After dinner, we moved to the porch where the evening air was cool and pleasant. Olivia poured us both a glass of wine and we sat together, the vineyard bathed in the soft light of the setting sun. "You know," Olivia began, her voice gentle, "I've really enjoyed having you around. It's been a while since I've had such engaging company." I looked at her, feeling a flutter of something deep within me. "I've enjoyed it too. You've brought a lot of joy into my life." Olivia's gaze lingered on me, and I felt a growing sense of intimacy between us. "It's strange how connections can form unexpectedly," she said. "I didn't expect to find someone who would understand me so well." The atmosphere was charged, and I sensed an unspoken tension building. Olivia's eyes held a mixture of warmth and something more intimate. "I've been thinking a lot lately," Olivia continued, her voice trembling slightly, "about us. There's a connection here that I can't ignore." My heart raced. I felt the same magnetic pull between us, but I wasn't sure how to process it. "I feel it too," I admitted, my voice barely above a whisper. "But there's so much to consider." Olivia reached out, gently placing her hand on mine. Her touch was warm and reassuring, sending a jolt of electricity through me. "Sometimes you just have to follow your heart, even when it's complicated." Her words resonated deeply, and before I could fully grasp what was happening, Olivia leaned in closer. My breath caught in my throat as her lips brushed against mine. The kiss was tentative at first, a gentle exploration of this newfound connection. I responded, deepening the kiss as our emotions surged. We pulled away slightly, our foreheads resting together, both of us breathing heavily. The world outside seemed to fade away, leaving just the two of us in this intimate bubble. Olivia's eyes searched mine, filled with a mixture of longing and apprehension. "I never expected this," I said, my voice shaky. "But I can't deny what I feel." Olivia smiled, her hand gently caressing my cheek. "Neither did I. But sometimes the unexpected can be the most beautiful." She kissed me again, this time with more urgency. Her fingers traced along my jawline, and I felt a surge of passion. I wrapped my arms around her, pulling her closer, our bodies pressed together as our kiss deepened. The warmth of her touch and the softness of her lips made everything else fade away. As the kiss broke, we both sat in silence, processing the enormity of what had just happened. Olivia looked at me, her eyes filled with both longing and uncertainty. "What do we do now?" she asked softly. "I don't know," I replied, my heart pounding. "But I do know that I want to explore this. I want to see where this connection takes us." Olivia nodded, her expression softening. "I'm willing to take that journey with you. Let's see where this leads us, together." We sat there, holding each other, the vineyard around us bathed in the gentle light of the moon. The future was uncertain, but in that moment, the only thing that mattered was the connection we shared. For now, that was enough. The days that followed were a whirlwind of emotions. Olivia and I continued to spend time together, our connection growing stronger with each passing day. We explored our feelings in quiet moments and shared experiences, our bond deepening in ways neither of us had anticipated. One sunny afternoon, we decided to take a walk through the vineyard. The weather was perfect, and the rows of grapevines seemed to shimmer in the golden light. As we strolled along the path, our hands brushed occasionally, each touch sending a thrill through me. "You know," Olivia said, her voice filled with contentment, "I've never felt so alive. It's like I'm rediscovering parts of myself that I had forgotten." I looked at her, admiring the way the sunlight danced in her hair. "I feel the same way. Being with you makes me see the world differently. It's like you've opened my eyes to new possibilities." We stopped by a secluded spot under a large oak tree, the leaves rustling gently in the breeze. Olivia turned to face me, her expression serious yet filled with warmth. "Jake, I want you to know that this isn't just a passing fling for me. What we have is real." Her words struck a chord, and I felt a surge of emotion. "I know," I said, taking her hand in mine. "I've never felt this way before. I want to explore this, to see where it leads us." Olivia smiled, her eyes reflecting the light of the setting sun. "Then let's take this journey together, without fear or hesitation. Let's embrace what we have and see where it takes us." As we stood there, wrapped in each other's arms, the world around us seemed to fall away. We shared a tender kiss, our lips moving together in a dance of affection and desire. The connection between us was undeniable, and in that moment we both knew that we had found something special. Our relationship continued to grow, evolving from a deep friendship into a profound and passionate connection. Olivia and I explored our feelings with honesty and openness, our bond strengthening as we faced the challenges and joys of our journey together. Despite the differences in our ages, we found that love could transcend barriers and bring two people together in ways neither of us had expected. Our shared experiences and mutual respect created a foundation for something beautiful and lasting. As we looked toward the future, we knew that our path would be unique, filled with its own set of challenges and rewards. But we also knew that we were ready to face it together, with hearts full of love and a commitment to exploring the depths of our connection. In the end, what mattered most was the love we had found and the journey we were embarking on together. For now, that was enough.